What up, though? My nappy fro. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Somebody's been on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman, but they have been interested in my videos about HIV when it comes to women and men, particularly African American, within the Atlanta area. Now, this is an intelligent discussion, so please, when you leave your comments, just be respectful, because it's a very touchy subject, and of course, it isn't just African American men and women. It isn't me picking on Atlanta. Okay. So some of you who think that it's not even near the truth. And this is what happened. I regurgitated a statistic that was given by a physician, a Black physician, a couple years ago, and he stated that 70% of women within Fulton County. Okay, so you got to understand that's one particular county. That's downtown. That's metropolitan Atlanta. And he said 70% of the women down there had HIV. Now, of course, the CDC can give you some kind of real numbers. I'm probably gonna look up the CDC here in a minute. My sister moved to the ATL with her sketchy boyfriend, and I'm worried they probably run around on her. Well, that is a significant consideration, and just for sexual, contact alone, that is something to be, very, very concerned about. And I really don't have like any. I know you didn't give me this information for my advice. However, just make sure, she's getting checked up on, you know what I'm saying? Encourage her to, visit the hospital every now and then, and doctors or whatever, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And if you can, get her out of there. Now, I have made a lot of videos about why I left Atlanta and why I would not move back to the inner city of Atlanta. Yeah, and you know what? If you got a bad feeling about somebody, just keep up with that family member, and then keep trying to get them, away from them. That's all that you can do, because people are going to do what they want to do. So, like I said, I was never picking on Atlanta. My comments, he looks sneaky. Yeah, keep up with him. Cha-ching, keep up with your sis. So the CDC. All right, so let me plug in some numbers, and I just wanted to get this out. It's just been on my mind because this person's been talking to me, started talking yesterday and leaving comments, and I appreciate that. And so, this is a really good subject, so I wanted to get in on that. So I'm gonna go into the CDC, and I'm gonna look up HIV statistics. Correct. This is HIV statistics, and this is talking about all over the place, but I'm going to go and be specific. Fulton County. All right. So, which city has the highest rate of HIV? How many cases of HIV are in Atlanta? So, once again, we're talking about Fulton County. We're not talking about the county around Atlanta. We're just talking about that one county, and the reason why that county is such a focus is because it's downtown and because it has a high homeless population. And for one, I'm gonna say this: you'd be surprised how healthy homeless people are. However, when you don't have the condoms at hand, you know what I'm saying? People are people. They're still going to have sex. It's not like these people aren't, healthy enough to procreate. They're still going to have sex, but they might not have condoms. So you're getting a nucleus of infected people, and it's just going this way. You know what I'm saying? And it's just spreading out and out and out and out and out. And I think that's where the major concern was when it came to this physician who started talking about how many people were coming into his facilities and his practices. And he was saying, well, 70% are coming in and they're infected. So did he get his statistic from the CDC or did he get his statistic from his practice? I don't know. But when he put that out there, it rang a lot of alarms and people were going, well, wait a minute, 70% of African-American women in Fulton County? That's a lot. Now, the person who left comments said, well, men have always been more infected than women. So he said that the number it's just ridiculous. It can't be. So let's try to dig through this and get to the bottom of it. Okay. Here's a number for you. Here's a statistical number for you, so you guys can reference this. This is on Google, and it says there are approximately 37,155 people living with HIV in Atlanta. This is people. This is just people. It didn't specifically say women and men. Now, that information is out there. So let me try to look this up and get deeper into this. And I think this was taken back, and okay, this is a year old. It's not even a year old. 2018. So there that is. Data ending the HIV epidemic, CC. Okay, so they're talking about how they can end it. So that just gives you something to start. Okay, so, and I'm going to look on the site. It's Atlanta AIDS SVU. So I'm going to look on this site here. I'm sorry I can't see your comments. Let me flip back and see. Okay, Ching left more comments. True. Wow, and my older cousin keeps telling me I need to come to Atlanta. Well, like I said, Atlanta isn't all bad. You know what I'm saying? It isn't all bad in Atlanta. When I lived down there, for one, I didn't get robbed, but I lived down there 15 years ago. But I didn't get robbed. I didn't get into a fight. I didn't get into, I wasn't attacked. I wasn't harassed. I went where I wanted to, but, I kept it simple. My life is simple. My life is quiet. So I kept it like that. I go to the movie theater where the mall was, and I lived in DeKalb County. So just to let you know, I didn't live in Fulton County. I lived in DeKalb County. So, there is a difference, but is it very violent down there even back then? Yeah, even in DeKalb County. It was that deal, but I didn't get into any of those mixes because I don't run with those crowds. You know what I'm saying? I don't look for it. I like to keep it simple. And I've been that way for a long time. What I did mostly was read comic books. And I still have those comic books from 20 years ago. I got a whole bunch of them. I got like 200 of them sitting over here in a box. So that's pretty much what I did. And I went to work. I worked a lot. So let me pull up this. Okay. This is Atlanta's view or AIDS view. And this is particularly talking about Atlanta. Local data, Atlanta. The approximate number is, like I said, 37,155 people. And let me see if 70.4% Black, 6.8% Hispanic or Latinx, 18.2% white people. That's also something to consider. It's not all Black people. Okay. Percent of people living with HIV. Okay, so this taken back in 2017 says the percent of people living with HIV by sex. So let's break that apart too. This is sexually transmitted. This is not transmitted through needles, transmitted through blood infusions, like you go to the hospital and they give you the wrong blood. That's not what this is. It's sexually transmitted. The number is 80.4% male and 19.6% female. This is what the individual was talking about. There's always been more male than female. And the gay population also helps, escalate those numbers, inflame those numbers. Now, the new HIV diagnosis, number of new HIV diagnosis since 2017 was 1,597. The number of new HIV doses by sex from 2013 to 2017 is 83.2% male and 16.8% female. And like I said, if they broke this down as in gay male and heterosexual male, I bet the gay male is going to be a lot higher. Remember, this was all noticed when it became pandemic, especially here in America, when the white people start saying, oh, this is a problem, is when white homosexual males were dying from it. Freddie Mercury died from it. Brought a lot of attention. Hold on a second. Get back into this. Nose doing a thing. Sorry about that. My nose is running. So Freddie Mercury, Harvey Milk, those people. Anyways, so it started to be a big thing, and it's peaceful. Staying in your own lane. But anyway, so those people, it was noticed. And bathhouses is where these men were sleeping with each other. And then, it just pretty much kicked off. But, when you do further research into AIDS, it was another disease first. And the Dutch actually started it, some doctor. And what he did was he went into Africa. And, of course, there are a lot of countries in Africa that are poor. Not every country in Africa is poor. But they went to a poor region. And those people were actually sick. And what he did was he was telling them that he was giving them some type of inoculation. But what he was doing was he was testing them, just like they did in the Tuskegee experiments. They did the same thing with these people, and then AIDS, came out of that. So it was actually started by the Dutch, and then it just blew up. And now, I don't know, 30 million, or I don't know what the statistic is, but millions and millions of people. Population control. But what up with you, Polo 21? So that's what happened. A Dutch doctor actually stated it wasn't started from a green monkey. It was started from testing on humans, and they used the Africans to test it, and boom, that's basically how AIDS got started. And it wasn't a big deal. Hey, what's going on, Kev? How you doing? Until it wasn't a big deal until it came to America, and the very thing that they started is, start biting them in the behind, especially because America is very, very sexually liberal, and homosexuality is just something that you have a disease out there that is sexually transmitted, and then you have the very liberal Americans saying, hey, just do what you want to do. Sexually, you can just have sex with animals, have sex, just do what you want to, you know what I'm saying? And these men just start, pretty much having this practice, and they just start dying off. And these it wasn't like these were poor white men. These were affluent white men. These men had money, okay? And once they started, going that route, it's easy for people who have money to start, for what they're doing to start trickling down into the people who don't have money. It's just, and that's basically what happened, So when are we going to train? Train on what? What, like lifting weights? You guys, all HIV rate is, I'm going to show this. Atlanta, yeah, that's what we're talking about, the Atlanta HIV rate. But yeah, so I will say it again for some of you who just now joined. This was taken in 2017, and the rate of all people, not just Black people, we're talking about Black, white, Hispanic, is 37,155. That's back in 2017. And from male to females, the males is 80.4% and 19.6% for females living with HIV by sex. And there had been in 2017 1,500, almost 1,600 new cases, and that number inflated to 83.2% male and 16.8% female bisexual within 2013 and 2017. Number of new diagnoses by race, 73.8% Black, 8.1% Hispanic or Latinx, 14.4% white. So there you have some really scary numbers. The number of deaths, this is back to 2017, the number of deaths of people with HIV in Atlanta were 375. The number of deaths of people with HIV in the state of Georgia were 800. That is even more scary because once again, they're talking about Fulton County. So when you look at pretty much half of the people who died from HIV live in Fulton, the information I'm putting out there is wrong. This is for you. You guys can go and reference this. It's called AIDS View. And it's particularly talking about Atlanta. And it can do this for any city. You guys can go and look this up. But for those of you who are saying, oh, it's not that bad, every statistic that I looked up, every single one is telling me it's bad. Every single one. Whether I go to the CDC, whether I go to the county in Fulton County and look up the information, state of Georgia, look up the information, whether you go to a health like Dr. USA and look up the information, it's all it's bad regardless. And I mean, when you think about 375 back in 2017, 375 people in 2017 died. You're thinking that's not a large number. But when you think 800 people died in the state, in the whole state, 800 people died, and half of them were in one county, and that was 2 years ago. Look, this should start making people go, we need to have some changes. We either need to use some super condoms, be abstinent, stay with one sex partner that you trust, something. There needs to be some serious practices going on because I'm willing to bet that these numbers are a lot higher. They're a lot higher. And I mean, just statistically thinking, if you do 2018 and then you can't do 19 yet until what, next month, I bet there's gonna be in the fives. And it's gonna go like this: Fulton County, state of Georgia. More people in Fulton County, state of Georgia is gonna go down, more people in Fulton County, and it's gonna keep going like this. There is a problem, people. There is a big problem in Fulton County. And the majority of these people are black males, okay? And I'm telling you, listen, I don't have nothing against gay people as far as people, but I will not sit up here and tell you homosexuality is a good thing. I'm not. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that homosexuality is something that you should practice. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just not that guy. I'm not going to be. Do what you want to do. Just do what you know. There are consequences for everything we do. There are. And this is just not aimed at the gay population because heterosexuals are catching it just like everybody else. Okay? But we know that the gay population, those numbers can inflame the AIDS statistic to an exponential amount. Let me read some of your comments. Yeah, okay, workout, man. I just got over hernia surgery like 3 weeks ago. I had a double hernia surgery, so I haven't worked out in a while. Hi. Oh, you think those will ever inspire celibacy? See, sweetie. Oh, well, let me say this. Sorry, my nose is running. Let me say this. For one, Arthur Ashe did not die of having sex with someone. He died because he had a blood transfusion. So you can still be infected by AIDS. Is celibacy definitely an answer? Yeah, it's an answer, but we're human. We're just like any single cell organism. What are we here to do? Multiply. Have you ever been approached by a homosexual? Is that what we're talking about? I mean, I have, but I was quick to say absolutely not. And if you don't get away from me, there's gonna be a problem. I flex real quick when if some guy, I don't get offended. It's just like, okay, when I was in the Army, my friends wanted me to drink. And I was like, nah, I don't drink. And they was like, come on, do it. I was like, nah. It's like, come on, man, try it. Then I got mad. And when they saw I got mad, they left me alone because I don't drink. So if a homosexual, came at me and did some old goofy, and I'll be like, nah, bro, I'm out of here. And then turn around and do it again, then, it's going to be about the knuckle game. Because I'm not playing with you. It's an abomination. It's sickening to me. Don't come at me like that. And yes, there was, some people who came at me like that. And one guy, I actually threatened to beat him up. I was going to beat him up bad. Well, it's the way they do stuff. It's the way they do stuff. It's certain things that people say. Some of these guys I knew, and I didn't even know they was like that until one day, he said something to me. I looked at the dude like, I was appalled and surprised. Like, I was like, did you just say what I think you said? Because I'm thinking, he a homeboy, he a homeboy, he trying to get with the females. There was a bunch of women there, fine. I was like, man, look at these females, and he made a really off comment, and it just threw me back, and I never spoke to that dude again. Yeah, sex does create soul ties. It does. It does. It does tax the soul. This is why the Lord is so against it. Now, I'm celibate. I don't go out looking for it. I don't, I'm not interested in going and finding a mate because of that reason, because it's so, it binds the soul. And, I'm one of those people, man, when I love somebody, like I really love them, and then you go around and you do whatever, I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that no more. I can't just give my soul to some woman and then she just throws it. I can't do that no more. So, I'm not too, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I concentrate just on me, keeping a roof over my head, staying fed, so that's what I'm into. Nah, none for me, bro. And I know that's weird. I know that's weird, especially for a guy, to admit to, but, I'm okay though. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. Like, okay, let me say this. I'm not trying to be some type of dude, like, yeah, don't do this and don't do. I'm interested in what your soul is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are grown folks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grown men and women. Y'all do what y'all do. I tell you guys about my experiences, but I don't do that to try to. You should do this and you should do that. Like I don't come at you guys like I'm some kind of sage or whatever. I just tell you guys what I've been through and the women I've been through and the things that I used to do. And the things that I used to do and, the women I used to, be with and the experiences I had. Listen, I am not missing out on anything. You know what I'm saying? I've had my relationship. I've dated some absolute beautiful women. So I can't sit here and I'm not an incel. I'm not one of those guys who's suffering from some kind of communication barrier and saying that I can't get a woman. That's not my issue. My issue is, well, it's possible. My issue is once I got out of my 20s into my 30s, that's when it really ramped up. But once I got to my 40s, I wanted to have a family, and I couldn't find a woman. I couldn't find a woman to settle down with that I wanted. And once that spirit of just sex is on you, then that's all these women are going to use you for. They're not going to look at you as some type of family guy. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to look at you as a sex object. It's true. You don't have to be no super sexy dude to be a sex object. All you have to do is have that spirit in you. And that's all these women are going to want from you. They're just going to want sex from you, and they're going to peel out. And when you can't have sex with them anymore, your mind is changing. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to just jump in bed with you. I don't want to sleep with somebody's girlfriend or somebody's wife. I want my own. When you start waking up to really what's going on, they're going to leave you. Like, I don't want to do this. I know you're going home to another man. I'm done with that. I did that. It was fun. I'm done with that. You're not going to be my woman. I don't want to do this no more. They don't want to hear that. They want you to be rock hard and let's get it right now. Give me what I want so I can go home to my husband or my man or whatever. Like, I'm not here to talk to you. We're not friends. You think it's the men who are like that. No, it's the women. This is true. I was very affectionate. Most guys will take advantage. The women love hot. Yeah. But those, you got to understand, the women I did that to were women I dated for like 5 or 6 years. So this was not a one night stand woman. This is somebody who kept coming around for a long time. And I thought at one time that I was going to be with him for like ever. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I'm a very like affectionate dude at that point. Like I thought that's what a man was supposed to do, listen to your woman and be affectionate, but that's not what they wanted. They wanted me to snatch them up and pull their hair and do all this other stuff that'll put you in jail. Because all they got to do is just whisper, just whisper to the wrong person. Just act like, just go to their girlfriend with a tear in her eye, and that girlfriend know where you came from. Like, you just came from so and so's house. You came from Cha-Ching's house. Oh, they're not even gonna ask her anything. They gonna get right on the horn. Yo, Cha-Ching, did this and that and the third, and he lives at so and so address, and whoop, that's it. That's it. They're gonna snatch you up and take you in, even if it never happened. Yeah. You did it, Cha-Ching. The 5 don't care. All they care about is a number. So I'm just letting y'all know. I had to slow down on the women because the things that they wanted was just not me. I was not with what they wanted, and it was scary. I was like, yo, I need to do all that just to get you off. Damn. I need to do all that. I can't just sing you a song and love you down. I got to be, I got to, well, you come over here to fight? Yo, let me tell you something, I don't play that. Yeah, man, every day. I'm a grown man. What do you think? Of course I want a woman. Of course, you know what I'm saying? And I'm man, tell you something. I don't play with these chicks now, man. I don't play with them now. Like, I'll shoot. But yeah, but you gotta understand, if that's not the woman you're gonna be with, you're gonna be tied to her. You go ahead and get naked with that woman. And once you two interlock, your souls are going to start transferring spirits. You start kissing on that woman, go ahead. And as soon as you put your thing into her thing, y'all going to get to talking to each other while y'all in the throes of passion. Do you know what's happening when you're doing this? The spirits are talking to each other. That's what's happening. Those spirits are talking. If you don't believe me, do it and try and stop. Don't say anything. All your thoughts are just going to be going wild. That's because there's something in you that's motivating you to do what you're doing. No spirits are going to talk. She's going to say stuff to you. You're going to say stuff to her. You're going to look into her eyes. She's going to look into your eyes. And those spirits are transferring back and forth and back and forth. Just like a train station. Back and forth. And when you bust your nut and she busts her nut, you guys are thinking, oh, we're good. We just have, we can just jump up and go on about our way. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you cannot. Because her spirits are now on you. And your spirits are now on her. And now the stuff that she used to do, you're going to start being like, I never did this, but now I want to do it. Now her adventurous, her adventurous appetite has turned into your adventurous appetite. Why? Because the spirit has just came into you. Yeah. So I'm not in a hurry to do that. I'm not in a hurry to do none of that. And it happens no matter what, no matter who it is, no matter who, it's going to happen even before you get in the throes of passion. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, Cha-Ching did it. It was Cha-Ching. Cha-Ching did it. Cha-Ching, he tied me up. And Cha-Ching, so what did he do? He tied me up and 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 then I said pineapple and he didn't stop. Yeah, that's 20 years. you got 20 years for saying pineapple. Yeah, at 20 years, you think that judge is going to care that you guys were in the throes of passion and that it was role playing? We were playing we were playing maid and and the rich guy, and it got to the part where I grab her and whatever. That's it. She forgot to say pineapples and you thought she was all into it and tossed her halfway across the room. Tossed her halfway across the room and she came out with a little thing on her eye, just a little. She had a little knot on her head or something. You all right? Oh, I'm okay. I just forgot to say pineapple. No, I'm okay. You want to continue? Sure. And then you continue. And the remnants are there. Oh, bro, I'll put some money on your commissary. I hope you get some crackers, bro, because you're going to be there for a while. Yeah. I'm just trying to tell you. Cha-Ching did it. Hey, all you got to do is write me, bro. Hit me up on YouTube. Tell me where you at. You know what I'm saying? I'll put $25 a month on your commissary to make sure you eating because you're going to be there for a while. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm not in a hurry for any of that. Now, I know there's some good women out there. I know there's some good, clean, old-fashioned women who just want a dude to come home to because that bedroom gets lonely. Hey, listen, these goofy young girls, they're even waking up to the fact that, I don't want to be out here. You got the wild chicks who are promoting this whole wild, crazy life, and then you got the girl who's going, shoot, I'm 22 right now. And every guy, is just trying to hit it and quit it. I'm not trying to do none of that. I go to work, I go to school, I come home. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty. I got, all that going on, but I am not trying to be the chick in 10, 15 years, still single, and can't find a dude doing the same two-step in the club. You got a lot of women who are waking up to this. And then they're looking at it, right. And then they're looking at, for one, you got a lot of these younger women who are looking at older men. You got that going on. Why? Stability. They're looking at the dude who gets up, goes to work, come home. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at the guy who's out there, got a legal hustle going on, ain't got his life all in and out of the jail system. You know what I'm saying? Out there doing what he's doing, and it's all legit. They're paying you some mind because they're just like, I'm not trying to bail nobody out of jail anymore. That's expensive. I'm not trying to be down at the courthouse every 5 minutes. I'm done with that. So things are starting to take a turn because even Cardi B was talking about how the music she makes is divisive, but nobody will listen to it if she doesn't talk about her body parts. You know, she's talking about there are some women out there who are really good rappers, but y'all won't listen to them if they don't talk about their body parts. So you got a lot of people who are coming out like, you know, I'm to look at Kanye West. He's like, listen, I'm going to do a whole album about Jesus. I'm with the garbage. And people are like, oh, your album sucks. And I'm just like, y'all listen to what the man said. The man did a whole album about Jesus. He's like, I got saved. I did a whole album about Jesus. He didn't care if you liked it. He put his millions of dollars riding around on a plane with a whole choir and said, I'm going to do a whole thing on Jesus. He didn't ask if you was going to like it. He didn't say, oh, I hope this goes number one. He didn't look at the media and go out and start pitching his album. He didn't just like, oh, I want this to be number one. He didn't do none of that. He just like, I'm just going, this is what I'm going to do. And let the chips fall where they may. So you have this movement right now that, you know, it's happening where people are really waking up to the reality of, yo, AIDS is a real thing. Some of these chicks out here, they ain't telling the truth. You got some dudes out here this one dude was a white dude. He was sleeping with a bunch of teenage girls because he knew the teenage girls were active and that they would be sleeping with teenage boys. So he was trying to kill off people by targeting the females. He was like, I know the men are going to sleep with these girls, so I'm going to sleep with as many of these teenage girls as I. He was like 26 years old. And that was what he was doing. He was 14, 15-year-old girls, and he was trying to knock them all off. As many as he could just to target the males. Now that is some sadistic, evil. That's on a whole nother level of evil. You got to be really, really, really evil to do that. You know, but he did it. And of course he got caught and now he's in jail. So, yeah. You have a lot of people who are changing their ways. Like, you know what? I'm trying to get out of this. Because they realize the music industry is very divisive. You know, you got that girl Suki Hana who went on, you know, and she was making all these videos about sex and, hot girl, you know, and all this crazy stuff. She turned around and went on YouTube and was crying because she was like, it's very scary. This music industry is very scary. I'm trying to get out of it. You got a couple of females who are like, I'm trying to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? So, I just saw something on Megan Thee Stallion. I don't listen to none of her music, nothing. I saw a little video where she was going around like doing some stuff. It was cool. It wasn't, you know, divisive or anything, but a lot of her music just talks about, you know, sex and stuff like that. But, you know, she's gonna have to. Yeah, City Girls. I just. Do you know who wrote City Girls? You know who actually wrote that stupid song? I'm gonna let you see if you guys know who actually wrote that stupid song. You know, music, that kind of music right there kills people. It kills relationships. I don't give a dang about a dude. It kills relationships. It just, this is what the pretty much the Jews, the Jewish, this is what they wanted. They wanted to put music out there that would hurt us. And they're still doing it. The group, man, the Lil Yachty is the one who wrote that song. Yeah, it's, you don't hear them talking about, you know, get someone, love someone, marry them, have children. I said this before. Name me one Beyonce song that was talking about being married and, you know, happily married with her husband and having children. But yet you'll hear songs about single ladies and all this other nonsense. No, Little Yachty is the one who wrote that song. So I'm saying, so it's very real out there. And you have a lot of men and women who are finding out that being without is not a bad thing. You know, I don't look at what I'm doing as a bad thing. And I'm gonna tell you something. I have become more successful. I've become more successful being celibate than I have run around chasing these chicks. I don't listen. I don't care what some woman is doing. I don't think about what these chicks are doing. Uh, I mean, I graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? I have a 4 year degree. Uh, I'm just now applying for my master's. I have my own little business going on, and it's starting to do well. You know, I have my own place. I got my own car. You know what I'm saying? I got a few bucks in the bank. I'm not broke anymore. I just I do not focus on what some the lies that these chicks you would say, the filth, you know what I'm saying? And some of that was my fault because I used to think the more women I had, the better I was. My value wasn't in me. My value was in the women that I could get, you know, because nobody, listen, women don't really want a dude who ain't got no women. Women want a dude who got women, right? So once I acquired a couple females, then a whole bunch of them, they just all came at me. it was ridiculous, and they knew each other. Some of them were friends. They did not care. They did not care. So it's really weird the way the female mind works, but I don't really care about what a female is doing. I Do I still get hit on? Absolutely. I still get chicks want to talk to me 100%. And you know what? They want to talk to me more now because they see that I'm doing something and that I don't care. You know, a lot of females that are coming at me now is because of my little side business I got going on. Yeah, my little side business, this is how I meet them. You know, I deliver appliances every now and then. So, you know, you meet females like that. But I don't care what they do. I don't care how many men they're around. I just, I don't care. I'm okay. I'm not encouraging you guys to be like that. I'm encouraging you to get one woman if you need to have a woman. Get one woman if that's your route. Like Ching said, yo, you gotta have some. If you got to have some, if you got a wreck shop, I ain't mad about that. But you gotta stand. I'm in my 50s. So my wrecking shop days, my procreating days are, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can still wreck shop. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it isn't a prime command for me. It isn't a prime directive for me. My prime directive at this point is survival. My prime directive is not procreation. Those years are past for me. You know, even though it can still happen, it's just not my prime. I don't wake up and go, I need to procreate, and I need to find a woman to. Yeah, I'm 52. You know, I need to find a woman to lock her down and make her mine so she can, I can follow her around or whatever, worry about what she's doing, who she's talking to. Do you know how exhausting that sounds to me? Just to call a woman up and say, "What are you doing?" That sounds exhausting to me. As a matter of fact, a couple of women that wanted to date me, thank you. One woman that wanted, that's because I don't have no gray hair. One woman that wanted to date me, she was like, "You don't call me." She's like, I don't think you want to date me because you don't call me. And I just don't care to call you. I just don't have it in my mind. Nah, I never dyed my hair. I don't have it in my mind or in my heart to go, I wonder what, so and so's doing. Let me pick up the phone. Yeah, what you doing? I don't, I don't, I don't care. I don't care. I spend most of my time looking and trying to hone my business, eating and working out, getting good rest. That's just my life right now. Keep my mind right, furthering my education. That's just where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, you got some grays, but you know what? Rock them grays though. Hit them with the gray, make sure your beard's, zip zap. Hit them with the zip zap. Into the bang, boom. Rock, hey. You can rock the grays. Don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? With the little and out. Boom, bam, boom, bam, bam, bam. Boom. Freeze. Music, please. You know what I'm saying? Hit it with the zip zap. You know what I'm saying? Rock them grays. Yeah. Keep, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? and I'm y'all don't know about that. Yeah. And I'm not even like I don't like my beard and all that. I don't keep it real sharp, but I keep it, because I gotta, my customers gotta see me, so I don't look like a, what I'm saying. But I do a little, but I don't go to the barber and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm out here, count my quarters and whatnot. Count my quarters, my nickels and my dimes. A couple nickels, a couple dimes. Bro, I be counting my little bit of money. Make sure I can get a ham sandwich when I need one. Make sure my refrigerator got, got that grub in it. That's what my mind is. But yeah, do I look at a shorty every now and then? Be like, woo-wee. Hey, man, let me tell you something. The other day, about 2 weeks ago, man, I saw this chick at a gas station. She really made me wish I was in my 30s. I said something to her, too. I was like, golly, girl, woo. She had a perfect body. Oh, my goodness gracious. I was like, girl, you look like you run for OSU. She was like, no, I'm just built like this. I was like, how old are you? She was like 24. I like, God, girl, God bless you. I said, I'm not even going to ask you for your number because I know you got a man and I don't want, I don't want no issue. I asked her for an Instagram though. So that was that. And, said my piece, but have mercy. You know what I'm saying? She was right. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, she was like, she hit her hips real quick, like I'm just built like that. Like I know what I look like. I was like, where you live? She's like, I just live down the street. Little hood chick. Man, no. Man, boy. Woo! I'll tell you what, man. 24. Oh my goodness. Out, man, I could stare at that girl all day. And that's why I didn't want to call her. I'm like, nah, man. Nah, I ain't touching. I don't want no ruckus. I'm good, but man, I would, I was about to give her some gas money. I was like, you need some gas money? She's like, nah, I just need to put $5 in it. I was like, you sure? She's like, nah. Good. I was ready to come out of pocket already, gladly. Like, girl, shoot. But see, that's where I'm at, though. I don't need to, jump in some jeans, but if I could look at that girl every day, yeah. Like if she was my neighbor, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I sit on the porch and wait for her to come outside just to look, and that's all I need. I don't listen. I don't want no confusion. I don't I don't want to hear about. I don't care about what you're doing. But if I can look at you every now and then, I am so okay with that. just to get a smile out of you. I'm good with that. Y'all just don't understand. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no issues. And a 24-year-old girl that fine, she'll give you some issues. Issues come with that. Has some tattoos on her too. Oh yeah, bro. Issues came with that package. You wasn't going to do nothing with that without issues. And I knew where she lived. I was like, oh no. Oh, but no, see. Nah. I'm not trying to scrap one of these young dudes over something. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. That's your girl. I'm good. But shoot, I just want to stare at her every now and then. I tell her too, girl, I'd shoot. Where can I see you so I can stare at you every now and then? You know what I'm saying? So I'm good with that. Yeah, they got a fan club, and some of them brothers they ain't playing. Because they're young, so they're in that whole macho phase. Yo, this my girl. That's your girl, homie. There are 3 billion of them running around. That's just you. I don't care. That's your headache. She's talking to me at a gas station. What that tell you? Okay. She talking to a 52-year-old man at a gas station, homeboy. What'd that tell you? All right. That ain't your girl. That's her girl. That ain't your girl, homeboy, because she'll dip out on you in a heartbeat. All right? No, that ain't your girl. You just temporary. You are a placeholder. Nah. Yeah, it's just your turn. That ain't your girl. It's just your turn, brother. You better wise up. Shoot. Because all I had to do was give her my number and I would have been mine. She'd have been right on over here. But I'm good. I don't need somebody knocking on my door in the middle of the night. I don't need that. Yo, she over here. Like, nah, get up out of here. Nah, so I like my peace. But anyways, I wanted to make this because, I wanted to get those statistics out. And for those of you who live in the Atlanta area, be careful because it is very, 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 very scary. Even though, like I said, there's only, nearly 400 people died in 2017 from HIV. It'll still kill you. Okay? HIV will still end your life. All right? There are people who are living a lot more, living longer with it. Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? There are people who are living longer with it. But it is not something that I encourage you to go out and catch. Okay. Don't go out there like, oh, if I catch it, I can still live. Nah, because you got to take like 30 pills just to, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want them T cells to start dropping. That's not what you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the common cold to kill you. All right? You don't want the common cold to wipe you out. Just a little sniffle, and next thing you know, nah, that's not the life you want. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful because it can go down at any time. And then there's the people who get it by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like Arthur Ashe did. Got it by accident. That's a very real thing. People in the hospital aren't perfect. There are mistakes that have been made. His case is not the only case where that has happened. You know what I'm saying? It's a very real thing. But as far as relationship, you guys, for one, I don't know if I'm going to stay celibate. I don't have a clock on it. I don't have a calendar that says, I'm gonna go out and smash something on this day. I don't really care. And here's another thing too, you guys. I stopped going to the club. I stopped going to the club 6 years ago. I literally stopped going to the club. Last year, I ran into an ex-girlfriend of mine, and she was like, let's go out. And I was like, I really don't go out anymore. But she wanted to go out. We went to some club. We went to two of them. I saw the same people there that I saw there 10 years ago doing the same thing. Literally. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore. So, I don't go to the club. I don't go where, let's just say, where you can find sex. I don't go out looking for it because it's 5 seconds away from my house. There's some kind of meeting spot, eatery, wherever, where you're going to find somebody who's just as horny as you are. I don't go looking for it. So that makes it a lot less, arduous for me. Yeah, well, I used to go in the club because I like women. So I would go in the clubs looking for the women, to get down with. I no longer do those things. Praise God. I know. I pray a lot more too. I'm saved. I'm a Christian. I'm just not very good at it. But I don't try to provoke these things. Do I wake up every day, wishing somebody was there for about 5 minutes? And then I realize all the stuff that I've been through, all the tears I've cried, the pain, jail, babies lost. When that stark reality hits me, I am no longer interested in not being alone. When I look at all the blood, sweat, and tears lost like a battlefield, and all the pain that I'm still going through, I have no desire to walk that road again. I just don't. But the girls look good, though. They look good. But looking is just fine. Hey, girl, can I have your Instagram? I don't want your number. I don't want you calling me. I don't want you coming over to my house. Like, I just met this woman. I delivered. I bought some of her appliances, and she was saying stuff to me to pretty much let me know that she thinks I'm active. And she was just throwing out, constantly throwing out hints, but she would say odd things too to just piss me off, and we had each other's number because I would buy her appliances and then sell them. And one day she called me at night, like really early in the morning, and act like it was a wrong number. Like, I don't need that. At night, like really early in the morning, and act like it was a wrong number. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that. And then I bought her a dryer and I sold it. And she kept asking me how much I sold it for, and I didn't want it. It's not your business. You know what I'm saying? And she tried to drag me into some nonsense between her and her neighbor, and I was like, I don't give a damn about what you and your neighbor are going through. And I tried to care, but she was wasting my daylight. And daylight is, I make most of my deliveries during the day. And she knew that I had a sale. I was trying to sell the item I just bought for her. But she's like, no, come with me. I'm going to go buy a BB gun and all this other, just for my neighbor. And I was like, you're wasting my daylight. When she started doing that, I had no desire to ever speak to her again. Because you're playing with my money. That was it. I ain't spoke to her since. You played with my money. You knew that I was selling. You were like, I know you're going to sell my drive. You knew that's what I was doing. But you were holding me up. I can't deal with no woman who's getting in the way of my grind. And you're aware of it. If it was an accident, that's one thing. But you know this is what I do. But yet you want to drag me into some bull crap where you don't need me and slow me down from getting my sales. I have no love for that. Yeah, playing them silly games. Do not get in the way of my money. Don't do it. I don't think Cha-Ching hates women. I think he's exactly like me. It's not you hate women. It's just that you're done with the nonsense. You want a woman who completely understands exactly where you're going to and is going to help you get there. You don't want to hear no goofiness. You don't want to play no games. You're not with the stupidity. There's just a level you hit where you're finished. I can't listen to no where you're focused. No. Because I've had those. I've had me a bad white chick before, a couple of them, who would give you the draws, make you the king of the house. She was like, you can move out here and stay with me. Look at this big house. Dog, couple cars in the lot. All yours. All yours. And I left. I dated her for a short while and I left. Because I don't need to be with a white woman. Shoot, bro, I done had a few. Introduced me to her whole family. Gave me gifts at Christmas. I was just like, why y'all give me gifts? Y'all just met me. They said, it ain't hit you yet. You're one of us now. I was like, what? Some white folks. They was like, it ain't hit you yet. You one of us now. Ain't no black people ever said that to me. Or been that welcoming to me. Never. I was like, damn. The mom, the dad, cool. They was cool. The whole family. It would be, man, let me tell you something, bro. I did not know what to, when they say you're beside yourself, I would be beside myself. I did not know what to do. I was in shock. Right. I was in shock. And these were country folk too. The best well water I've ever tasted in my life. Yeah, I was in shock. Some white people aren't. These white people were. These white people definitely were. But I couldn't stay. I dated her for a while and then I had to go. Because I couldn't. I don't belong with a white woman. I belong with a chocolate sister. And if I can't find that chocolate sister and she ain't going to act right, then I belong by myself. That's just the way it is. And I'm willing to sacrifice that. I know exactly what I belong to. But, you know, I could have stayed with that white woman, gave her what she wanted. She wanted me to move in with her, go to work at the little factory down there where she worked at. And she would have loved me a long time. but I wouldn't have been happy. Yeah, but Tiffany Haddish, well, see, Black and Latino, they're part of the 12 tribes. But listen, Tiffany Haddish, you have to understand something. She is in show business. Tiffany Haddish is like, okay, it's like compensating. It's like a man has a small, Willy Wonka. No, let me not use Willy Wonka because that was my dude. A man has a small penis, so he has a nice car. This is, how people think you compensate. A woman got, large breasts, but she got, a little booty, what I'm saying? Compensation. Tiffany Haddish is a black woman. So she was like, I'm going to start messing with white dudes in order for me to get on these stages and for me to go out and make this money. That's exactly what she did. She's not funny. You can't tell me one Tiffany Haddish joke. Tell me one. Yeah. And you know what? I'm okay with waiting on the chocolate sister because I know what I like. And I done had some chocolate sisters, and there is nothing that does it to me like a chocolate Kandaki sister. There is nothing that can please me like a Kandaki sister. There's nothing. And so listen, I don't know. I've been around the world and I've had my share of loves. I've dated different flavor of women. There's nothing that moves me like a chocolate sister. It just, the way they look, just everything about them. Everything. I don't know. And I've always liked chocolate women. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little 35-year-old. Ha! Give me one of them little 35-year-olds. Run around the house baking cookies or something. While I'm watching TV. Girl, you gotta go around here and bake the, you know what I'm saying? Talking on the phone to the girlfriends. I don't care. Just pass on in front of this TV every now and then. Make me happy. Just go on. Just pass on in front of the TV every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I'll be all right. Shoot, I got a TiVo the game. Run that play back. Pittsburgh did what? Yeah, run that play back. My girl was standing in front of the TV. Run the playback. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. Okay, there we go. Shoot, run the playback, man. I'm cool. I'm just saying. I just stare at them, man. They take up. I sound like I'm 70. I'm old fashioned. I'm a summer dress loving. You know what I'm saying? Some flats with them little summer hats. Man, afros. A couple gold hoops. Bro. With the big pow and the yammed up. I'm one of those dudes. I like all that. Bro. Yeah, she can even have on some Timbs. Shoot, I'll buy her some Timbs. Boy, you better stop it. Over Pittsburgh, man, we like that. Shoot, I don't know where the podcast at, man. I was trying to get my podcast on. It ain't work for me. Man, hey, listen, I done dated women, man. Listen, the first MILF that I went after, I was 11 years old. She was like 30. And I was like, what's up? She was like, get up out of here. You're way too young. I was 14. I tried to hit on another one. I was like, what's good? She's like, nope. I was 17 and ran up on another one. She was just like, I might, but nah, I better not. Woo-wee! Yeah, but they were guardians. They were guardians. You know what I'm saying? So no, they never did nothing with me. But I liked the way they looked. That whole full woman look. Yeah, I liked the way they look. When I was 43, I had a 60-year-old. When I was 25, I had a 50-year-old. What? What happened? What happened? Shoot, yes, I did. You should have saw that 50-year-old. She ran up on me on Halloween in the club. She had on a cat suit. And I was like, look at the body. I was like, God bless America. She rolled right up on me. Like, what's up? It's like, my son is your age. I don't care. Yeah. Huh. But she was thick. Woo! Man, she was thick. Huh. Girl, what's wrong with you? Woo, she was thick. Huh? Woo, she was thick. Man. And after I got done dating her, she married a dude that she met in Jamaica. He's in his 30s. She was thick. Ran a foot. Mm-hmm. Woo, boy, she was thick. Absolutely. Man, I have been blessed. I'm an average looking dude. And I have been blessed to have relationship with some of the most beautiful women. Most beautiful women. Yeah. She was 30. Oh my God, I don't. And I could have more experiences. I just stopped. I just stopped, man. I'm just like, I'm like, y'all gonna have me out here popping Viagra, getting a little blue pill. Y'all gonna have me out here trying to get you. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I'm good. Cause I'll be chasing you. Yeah, thank you. I'll be chasing you up and down these streets, crying about not being able to see. Man. Yeah. I I had fun. Listen. It got to the point where I was turning chicks away. I get approached and I'd be like, "No, I'm good." Or I give one away to my friends. And y'all think I'm lying, but I'm not. Even the dudes that I was with was wondering how I'm doing this. I'd have two chicks like this. Be like, which one do you want? And be like, what? How are you doing that? It's the spirit that was on me. Yeah, it's the spirit that was on me because I was involved with so many of them. They towards the spirit that was on me. But once that spirit left, was it. That was it. Yeah, but I done had some gorgeous. Yeah, Melissa Ford is gorgeous. I done had some beautiful women, man. Beautiful women. I mean, I would stop and just stare at them beautiful. I don't know who Kathy Dream is. But yeah, so but I didn't want to give myself. Who's Derry Davis? If you don't curse, then I can show it. Only hide it when you curse. But I had to chill. I was like, see now, success is coming my way. Two women in the club said yes. Man, but it's a lie though, because you can't keep them. Having two women is not a big deal to me. Heck, having five is not a big deal. Having five that are yours and only yours. Yeah. Oh, D-Ray. Yeah, D-Ray's that dude. But having five chicks that are yours. See, those chicks that are with D-Ray are his. Those are his women. Having five loyal, beautiful chicks. Hell, having one is a problem now. You don't know what these chicks are doing. And these dudes are spazzing out because these chicks are all over Instagram. They got thongs on. They have no pride whatsoever. These guys are losing it because these other guys are messing with their girl. It's just like this is what you choose. This is what you chose. This is what's in your life now. You got yourself a hellraiser of a chick. Because she just out there. Like, you're going to be chasing this girl and you're going to end up going to prison over her. Yeah. Well, the Jews too, I'm a Jew, so I believe in having more than one wife. Hell yeah, social media is terrible. These women are all over social media showing everything, and I mean everything. There is nothing that you can't see on social media. You can see everything. Every part of that girl you want to, she is showing. If she do whatever, that girl is doing everything on social media. Dark skin TV. Now this is a dark skinned woman right here. I was just talking about. Everybody say hello to Rashida. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous dark skinned woman. I was telling them how I dated a white woman, but I had to stop dating her because I realized that I need to be with a black woman. She was nice to me and everything, but she wasn't black, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, everybody, be respectful. There's a woman on the channel. Yeah, please don't curse on the channel. Yeah. You mean the girl who beat her son with a belt and then her son turned around and started fighting her? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about, Rashida? Rashida's gorgeous. Like, I got a picture of Rashida. Yeah, it's on World Star. I got a picture of Rashida. I had to ask her, was this her picture? And I still have that picture. I just couldn't believe that she looked like that. I was like, what? It's just a problem. It's just a problem. You look that good. It is a problem. But Rashida, the boy is 7. Okay. No, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that one. I saw where the teenage boy fought the mom. Yo, Polo, please don't say that. She's not a love and hip hop chick. Please don't use any more curse words. I have to hide all your comments. I want you to be on the channel, man. Cool, but please be respectful, please. Um, yeah, yeah. Atlanta. Well, according to statistics, Atlanta is getting pretty bad. Fulton County, yeah, yeah. I mean, you like I said, you guys need to check Rashida out because I heard about Rashida. She was on Donkey of the Day. Charlemagne gave her Donkey of the Day. And let me tell you something. When Charlemagne gives you Donkey of the Day, everybody wants to know who you are. That's how I heard about her. I have her book too, which her audio book. I was like, this is actually pretty good. I was like, okay. So the next time you come out with an audio book, let me know. I will support because I enjoyed the first one. Rashida also does plays. She does one woman plays. So yeah, you should check out her plays. She's very animated. Yeah, and she calls herself the dark skin activist, which she is a dark skin activist. So yeah, I am a fan of hers. If you can't tell, you're here to hear about me. Okay, so your question was, did I hear about the woman who beat her son, the 7-year-old boy? No, I did, however, hear about. Well, I just saw there was a teenager who was getting a whooping in public, and he turned around and was beating up on his mother. Yeah, she's ridiculously beautiful. And so we've just been talking about the AIDS epidemic. We've been talking about relationships, and because I'm celibate, and they were asking me, just things about being celibate. Don't I want to go out and smash? Of course. But, we were talking about the soul ties that you get when you go out and smash. You know what I'm saying? And the spiritual transfers that you get, you know what I'm saying? And how relationships have changed nowadays. I'm an old fashioned guy. So Rodney Reed, I don't know. Inform me. Did you hear about the school teacher that beat up the kid? There's a female school teacher who just recently beat up a kid. Yeah, Rashida is lightweight. I would say famous. That's why it's always an honor to hear from her because I know she's a busy person. Another woman fighting over Popeye's chicken. And the whole Popeye's chicken thing is ridiculous. Why are y'all fighting over chicken? I don't get that. But yeah, so I have a question because I think Rashida lives in Florida. I think she lives in Florida, I think. I don't know if you still live there. As far as HIV, yeah. As far as HIV, have you heard just statistically Have you, like, I don't know what city you live in, but have you heard any statistics on the city that you live in and or the state that you live in? Because I know you are very in tuned with your surroundings. And so they say that it's a lot of HIV cases in, okay, yeah, St. Petersburg and Clearwater. Okay, okay, well, there it is. Well, the in 2017 in the state of Georgia, there are 35,000. What was it? 30? What was it? 35? It was 35 or 37,000 people in the state of Georgia. Yeah, shout out to Dade County. Miami-Dade County, good grief. The murder rate in Dade County. Y'all are not playing down there. Everybody knows about Miami-Dade County, especially since Rick Ross is constantly talking about it. Make sure you like the video and share it. Yeah, absolutely. Like the video and share it. But well, the reason why I was asking is because we were looking at the epidemic, of course, of AIDS and HIV. HIV that's prevented us from sex. Well, it's not preventing you from having sex. I mean, you can go out and have sex. It's not preventing me from having sex, because if I do, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm just not interested in the whole spiritual element that comes after that. Not to mention, when I get into a chick, like, I want her to come back and keep coming back. I'm thinking it's mine. Like, this shit, you mine now. But it's not like that out here. It's everybody's for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I'm not interested in everybody smashing the same chick I'm smashing. And there's a lot of people who don't have that. Condoms are 100% either way. Well, it's prevention. But yeah, that's my thing. I have one, and she's with her mother. So she's grown. She's with her mom. She's probably as old as you guys. You guys understand I'm in my 50s, so my kid is older. You know what I'm saying? She's almost 30. What do you think about the show Ready to Love that based in Atlanta is a dating show? I'm going to tell you something. It sounds like one of the reality shows. You're talking to somebody who doesn't watch TV. You're talking to somebody who don't watch TV. You lying, man. You're not 50. I'm 52. I was born in 67. So 51, 52, somewhere around there. I was born in 1967. Yeah, it sounds like one of, let me fill you in on me and a lot of these goofy shows out there. For one, they try to make stars out of people who have no talent. That's for one. Two, they regurgitate the same filth. It's all about women beating up on each other and who's having sex, who's on drugs. It's just stupid. It's just a bunch of frivolous chasing people around. They're making a mockery of the church when it comes to marriage. It's marriage, divorce. It's who's cheating on who when they get married. I can't stand a lot of these shows. Now, there was something coming out of Atlanta talking about the epidemic of AIDS. There was another little something coming out talking about the homeless people. I'm interested in the homeless crisis that is in Atlanta, because there's a lot of things that are attached to that. And one of them is there are people who are actually coming out and trying to feed those people because a lot of those people stay in the park. They stay downtown in Fulton County and they hang around the park. So then you have the people who are coming down there and they're parking along the street legally and they're feeding these people, but the police are coming out and saying you can't feed these people. So there's a whole lot of dynamics in that, and I think because you have to have a permit to feed these people. So when I look at that, I'm thinking, okay, how many people are actually going to get a permit? How much do these permits cost? Are there going to be an ample number of permits being able to give out? Is the price on permits going to go up? Do they really want to feed these people or not? So I'm interested in a lot of dynamics that are going on like that. But as far as a lot of these dating shows, I care less. Believe it or not, Blackish is a pretty good show. I've heard of Blackish. I've just never watched it. I don't have a TV also. I don't have a TV, so the show Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yeah, you can. I don't. Yeah, I don't have a TV. YouTube is better. I enjoy YouTube a lot better. Haven't visited Tyler Perry's new studio yet. Where is it? Is his studio in Atlanta? It's in Atlanta, right? I'm a Netflix guy. Now ask me about something on Netflix and we can talk. Times have changed. Do you date a lot when you lived? Did I date a lot? No. No. I'm not Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian. I didn't date anyone when I was in Atlanta. I was only there for like a year. There's a reason for that. One, I worked a lot. I had 2 jobs through the same temporary service. I worked at a hospital and I worked at a museum. 2, I wanted to concentrate on my daughter, so I really didn't care about dating too much. 3, I had girlfriends that lived in Ohio. So I had 2 girlfriends that lived here in Ohio who knew what I was doing. They knew that I came down to Atlanta to be closer to my daughter. But they were still, I was still dating them, so they would come down and see me. So I was okay with that. Anything I needed as far as dating wise, I got from them when they would come see me. And I was cool with that. It gave me a reprieve from work every now and then to have somebody out of town come see me. We ride around town and have a good time. And then when I stopped dating the one chick, I was just dating one girl who still lived here in Ohio. And when I lost both of my jobs the same day because of some idiot boss that I had, I called the one chick I was still dating and moved back. She moved me back to Ohio, and I lived with her until we broke up, and I went and lived on my own. Well, I wouldn't say that. I was a guard for the museum, not a big deal. And I was a front desk receptionist kind of for the hospital. I mean, there were women there, but they didn't really pay me any mind. The women in Atlanta, okay. I went to a Roots concert in Atlanta. Hold on, let me read these comments. Wish we would have married? Yeah, she had interest in other people, and so I moved on. Yeah, sometime I did both jobs on the same day. R.I.P. to Witherspoon. Okay, so the women in Atlanta, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. And I've been to 5 different countries. I've never seen nothing like Atlanta women in my entire life. I've been all over the United States. Well, not all over. I haven't been to the West Coast. But I went to a Roots concert. I went to a Roots concert, right? And it was so much fun. And they brought out KRS-One, and I lost my mind. But it was so much fun. There were so many beautiful just people, just beautiful people. You know, I actually went to this one dude. I was like, bro, your girl is so gorgeous. And she was sitting right there. She's like, you know, you could just say it to me. I was like, look, I'm a respectful dude. I didn't want to disrespect. He's like, no, you say it to her. I was like, well, you are absolutely gorgeous. Like, there are women like that will make you break your code of silence. Gorgeous. And they're everyday chicks. You think that these girls are on TV. No, they're everyday chicks walking around like that. I was walking in the mall and I froze. And I was just staring like, this is when the movie Drumline was out. So, you know, all these women were coming to see this movie. And this one guy was working at Foot Locker and he saw me staring. And I was like, how do you do it? He was like, do what? I was like, all these women. He said, you choose one. And that made perfect sense because there's so many that you'll break your neck. They're at the airport. They're like where. I'm serious. It's not even a matter of can you get a fine woman in Atlanta. It's a matter of, you know, are you going to keep her? Is she going to keep you? Because there's so many beautiful people in Atlanta, it's ridiculous. You know, and after that concert, you know, I didn't really know nobody there, but I needed a ride to the train station, and this absolute gorgeous woman gave me a ride. I've never seen her after that. I didn't ask for a number. She was just a beautiful, nice person. I've never seen that like that in my life. But they're everywhere in Atlanta. And they're not all stuck up like, you know, because there's so many of them. So you got to understand, Atlanta's a different perspective when it comes to beautiful women. It is. It will shake your foundation when you see it. It'll break you. It really will. But another thing it'll do is it will kind of make you numb to beauty because you see it all the time. You're not going to go, God, Lee, where'd all that body come from? Because they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So you're not in a hurry to chase any of them. You will look fool running around chasing those girls. You'll look like a damn fool and you'll get caught up. So you don't. You just chill. And if you happen to get into it with one of them, then cool. But you just got to hold your ground like it's not a big deal because it really isn't. They're everywhere. It's ridiculous. I'm reading some of your code. But this is 15 years ago, so surgery is not as popular as it is now, back then. Love Questlove, man. Makes good music. Yeah. The 90s music. Yeah. Gotta be careful with the Black Wall Street. See what happened to the first one. It is. It's good for the men, but it's bad for the women. It is. Atlanta is not the place to go if you're a woman, if you're a black woman. You will be single. And if you take your man down there, that is like taking sand to the beach. Go down there with a man. He better be like the most faithful dude in the world. Because the women outnumber the men. Let me give you another statistic. In the city I live in the city I live in, the women outnumber us 2-1. 2-1. And this is voting. This is voting age. So this is 18 and up. Outnumber us 2-1. In most major cities, 14-1. Wrap your mind around that. 14-1. And these women are, you see all these women fighting in the streets? You know what they're mostly fighting about? Men. They're fighting about men. Yeah, we do. Shoot, I love all that. Pretty face, built, all that. They're fighting about men. In some shape, form, or fashion, it's gonna lead back to a man. You know, in some shape, form, or fashion, it leads back to a man. It either leads back to you took mine, my man was looking at you, you said something to my man, something. It's leading back to men. Because you gotta understand, if you look at Fulton County alone and look at the statistic of the AIDS rate, HIV rate, you look at the statistic, it says 80% of the people who have it are men. Don't think for a minute that it's 80% heterosexual men. It's 80, a large number of that are gay men. It is a large gay population. So when you're looking at that, those men are taken completely out of the basket for dating in a heterosexual form. So when women go to an area where there's already more women than men, you're looking at 90% of the 37,000 people who have AIDS in the state of Georgia are men, and you're going down there looking for men? No. And the majority of them are black men? No, 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 no. I did what? Rashida is my wife color. Love them super dark. So do I. You took mine and I took what? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You took my man. Yeah, yeah. Some of them will talk about it. Yeah, you get your man snatched down there. It's real. Like I'm speaking from experience from what I saw. I never saw nothing like that in my life. Never. And it's worse now. I never saw nothing like that. And listen, I'm from Pittsburgh. We got beautiful women all over Pittsburgh. You know, last time I was in Pittsburgh, I was talking to this chick. She said she lost 30 friends in 1 year. 30 of her friends dead in 1 year. You know what, man? I had already two females that I was intimate with, and I knew them. So I wasn't in a hurry to jump in anybody's anything. I was cool with what I had. You know, they came see me every now and then. I was chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not you know, I ain't gonna lie. I like to have a couple, you know, a good women, but as I get older, the noise factor. I like to chill a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like I'm going one way and the relationship world is going another way. Everybody's turned up and turned out. I'm going to the chill, you know. I'm going to chill. So I'm not really in a hurry to find some woman because I don't want to keep up with the noise, you know. And I can't blame somebody for being who they are. So, you know, I just choose to be me. Yeah, you were down there for a concert. You wasn't down there to live. It's a difference. Not to mention you are a way above average looking woman. So that helps. And you have a lot going on. So there's a lot of things that go with that too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if I was your man, I can't see going and doing anything stupid. If you was treating me right, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be going anywhere either. It just doesn't make sense. But you got to understand, a lot of, yeah, she's a way above average looking woman. So if you're a grown ass man, you don't just go and throw that away. Well, she knows she's good looking. She's been hearing it all her life. But you don't throw that away. But like I said, you don't live there either. Living there is different. Nah, women are more savage than men. Like it is really something else down there. Now, ever since I started my Why I Left Atlanta series, I have come in contact with a lot of women who actually live in Atlanta. And some of them play stupid games. Some of them was cool, but you get to, I have two sisters that live down there. I mean, there's a lot of capping that goes on in the AT real. It is. There's a lot of capping. But women are savage, man. There's when it comes to a good dude, we ain't talking about some hobo. We talking about somebody who holding it down. Oh yeah, they'll fight for that. Especially where I live now. Shoot. Walk in the state building. A lot of people bragging about or stating that they have something they don't. Like their chains are fake, but they're saying that they're real. That's capping. Saying that they have money that they don't. There's a lot of that goes on in Atlanta. A lot. You get a lot of people who are saying that they're doing stuff that they're not. I know Tyler Perry. I know T.I. I know, what I'm saying, Jermaine Dupri. I know Creflo Dollar. A lot of them don't know. I'm this big time producer. A lot of them got 5 different names. None of them are their real names. They're capping. They're just trying to get the draws. You can go on YouTube and listen to a lot of women talk about these experiences. They'll tell you how the dudes down there are doing, but they're doing that because the booty is plentiful. It's everywhere. It just is. It's everywhere. And it's not like these girls have like some gold standards. The less men you have, the lower the standards are. That's just what it is. You get some of the girls, I'm just going to be by myself. When they hit 40, they start thinking that way. But when you're 21, you're trying to get in where you fit in. You hit 30, you like, dang, why ain't I got a man? Why ain't I married? 35, you start thinking, this might not happen. When you hit 40, done. You're done. You're just like, it's not going to happen for me. Sometimes it does, but you're thinking, it's not going to happen for me. Hold on a second. Woo, Rashida fun. So you have a lot of women who are hitting their wall. They hit that wall. And, then they, in their mind, they're like, I'm going to be a spinster. Hey, Tone. I don't understand, but I'm sure it's funny. But so you got that wall that the females hit. They're just like, they got that time where procreating is at their maximum, and then you start falling. You got to understand all those schools that are down there. All those schools that are sitting right there. I've been around all those schools. I went to an HBCU too, also. Off the chain. I wanted to go to an all-black college. I did for 2 years. It was off the chain. And I didn't go to college till I was 27 because I had a scholarship. I had a scholarship for running at 27. Yeah. I went to Talladega. Yeah. Talladega University in Talladega, Alabama. I went there for 2 years on a track scholarship. Well, it was a while after the Army. Yeah. I pretty much told the coach how fast I could run the mile. He was like, I'll give you a scholarship for that. Shout out to Bama. And so I could run the mile well under 5 minutes without even trying. I was running 4:26 miles, you know what I'm saying? So I would run to practice and run from practice. I'd run to the bank and back, to the grocery store and back. So it was just something I liked to do. And the coach was like, I'll give you a scholarship. So they gave me a scholarship, but the price of going to school there was just ridiculously high. And a lot of the money was not actually going towards the students. And we started having student meetings because the school was so expensive. And then we found out that the administrators were ripping people off. They were taking our money. And at that time, I was 26 when I got my scholarship. And at that time, my child was born. So I decided to come back here to Ohio and find a job so I can support my kid. Yeah. Yeah, I was in superior shape. I had a pair of decent knees. And listen, I would run a 4:26 and come in last. I was running a 2 minute and 28-second 2 mile. And that's slow. When it comes to collegiate, to the top dogs in collegiate, oh my goodness. You got to be running in the 8s in the 2 mile if you're going to make a name for yourself. But I was fast enough to compete. So that's what they needed. They need, and then the track program shut down because they didn't have enough money. So I got into baseball for a short minute. And then after that, I left. And I didn't finish my degree until last year. And now I'm trying to get my master's degree. So I have a bachelor's of science in health administration. My degree is laying around here somewhere. You have it sitting here. I have a bachelor's of science in health administration. And I'm trying to get a master's degree in either health administration or public health. I'm thinking health administration now. I was going to do the public health thing, but you spend a lot of time outside, or public safety, excuse me. You spend a lot of time outside in public safety, and the older I get, the less amused I am at doing that, because of the elements. So, okay, Master of Science in Psychology, there it is. You should have went to Marines. Well, the Army, I was never interested in going to Paris Island. I was never interested, And going to the Army, it wasn't a mistake for me. I was engaged at the time. to this big old chocolate sister. She was obese, but she was beautiful. She's like, marry me. And I was like, all right, I'll marry you. You know what I'm saying? I said, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just spinning my wheels. And her mom was like, you're not doing anything. So I went into the service. She was a big girl. She's a big girl. And when I got into the service, I had told her, I was like, look, you need to lose weight. And I said, I'll walk with you. And I was telling her this before I went to the service. But she would always tell me no, she didn't want to lose weight. And she was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And basically, once I got into, the service, we would talk back and forth. She was in Pittsburgh, I was in Jersey. And when you get around those army chicks, you're your same age, and you see how in shape these girls are. And I'm calling back to my girl, like, you need to lose weight. Like, come on, man, you need. She's like, no, because if I lose weight, then other guys are going to want me. After hearing no enough, I said, listen, if you don't lose weight and we get married and we start having kids, you're going to die of obesity. And she just kept telling me no. And finally, I called her, while I was in basic training and said, I don't want to be married to you anymore. And of course, that broke both of our hearts. But 10 years later, she died of obesity. It's a sad story, but it's very true. Yeah. Very, very true. I still love her. I talk to her family every now and then. Hurt like hell. Yep. Hurt like hell. She just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then she had an asthma attack, she had a heart attack, and died. And her blood was pink. She couldn't get any oxygen. She was so big. My sister said, when you see her, she's so big that when she sits in the car actually leans. She kept expanding. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So she was in her late 20s, I think, when she died. Yeah, I was sorry to hear it too. Yeah, like her blood, like it was thinning out. Yeah, her blood was, yeah. She was at late 20s, early 30s, because she tried to marry another guy and he pretty much left her also, and married a woman who was pretty much cute little body on her. He's like, I can't. And I just hated that happened to her because I was like super athletic. Her mom, her whole family loved me. And they loved my sister. We all went to church together. I wanted to be a part of their family. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, she been had her eye on me, and I had my eye on somebody else. But the girl who I had my eye on, I'm not even going to get into her story. But she didn't want me, so I was like, okay, all right, fine. You're bigger than what I want, but you love me, like you really. She's like, between God, she's like, first there's God, then there's my family, then there's you. I was like, you can't ignore, you cannot ignore somebody who tells you that. And I was like, I'm in. I'm all in. But and I was making plans to have a family. Like, I wanted to get married to this woman. Like, I'm all in. Like, I'm all in. Like, you're my woman. Like, let's go. Let's get married. The whole thing. But you have to start losing weight. I said, I'll walk with you, because we live in New Kensington and there's nothing but hills. in the valley. So there's nothing but hills. I was like, come on, I'll walk with you. Because I was a super athlete. I was running up and down them hills all the time. So it's like, I'll walk with you. I'll get you in shape. But she was afraid of being attractive to other men. And I'm like, I'm your husband. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. Like, that's your excuse. Please. And that's because she's one of the prettiest girls in the city. Everybody knew she was gorgeous. She just was big. She was Rashida Chocolate. And I mean that. She was Rashida Chocolate. Gorgeous girl. She wouldn't listen to me. That was that. Yeah, and I couldn't do it. I just, and it still hurts to this day. Matter of fact, her birthday just passed. It still hurts to this day because I just a whole family lost, like a whole legacy we could have had. Rashida has a man, and I live in Ohio. She lives in Florida. But yeah, she was Rashida Chocolate, and like I said, it still hurts to this day. So, but nonetheless, after the military, I was 21. I started looking for colleges to go to, but I couldn't settle on one. And and actually, pride comes before the fall. When I was 21, I had opportunities to go to K-State because I was living in Kansas. So I got out. I got out right there at Fort Riley. I was just like, I could just stay here in Kansas. I was living with a young lady at that time. I went down to K-State and applied. I got in, but I didn't go. I would always go down there on campus. I just felt like I didn't belong there. Then I started looking at schools that were in Kansas, but they were like little JUCOs. I was like, I don't want to go to no JUCO. I went to one of them, and the track coach was a female. And I was telling her, talking about track and all this. She was like, you know more about track than I do. She was like, you can come down here and be an assistant coach. I'll pay for everything except your books. And I said, no. Pride comes before the fall, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was too big to go to school there. I thought I was, I don't know why I thought that, because I wasn't big at all. I was a broke 21-year-old ex-Army guy who had nothing going on, but I knew that I could run. You know what I'm saying? And all I had to do was go to school there and then transfer to K-State. And, I could have knocked out all this degree stuff a long time ago. But I was running around doing the wrong things, chasing, chicks and partying and just stupid. I am heartbroken. How light was I? Well, right now, I'm going to go weigh myself. Hold on. I'm going to weigh myself. I'm fat. 281. All right, so meat and potatoes. I'm 281. I'm 281 right now. Now I done gained some extra weight because I just got over hernia surgery 3 weeks ago. So I can't lift weights for 6 weeks. How tall am I? I'm 6'2". Yeah. What? Don't try what? We need a pick, man. Don't try what? I can still put up 300 pounds, but I can't do it anytime soon because of my surgeries. That damn surgery hurt. Yeah, this is true. It's good that I finished. With or without shoes, I just have socks on, so I measure without shoes. You're fat, but you don't look it. This is true. I am fat, but I don't look it. uh, but I'm not sloppy fat. I just got some pounds on me, but I can put 225 up over my head. So I can deadlift. Not deadlift, but military press. Sit down military press, 225. So a lot of that is, yeah, a lot of that is muscle weight. You know what I'm saying? I can bench press 315 like maybe twice. On a good day, I can do it 3 times. But I usually work out with two. When I do chest workout, I every now and then I'll go to 315 just to see if I still have it. But I like to mess around with 245. So I'll do 245 like 7, 8 times. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll come down and do it for sets of 5. And that gets me everything I need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm considered obese for my weight. But when it comes to tossing around the refrigerators that I deliver, I need that extra weight. Shoot, them jokers are not light. I delivered one last week. Oh my goodness. It took the wind out of me. Yeah, yeah. At my age, So it's for what I'm doing, I'm all right because like I said, I push around a lot of metal. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have to pick the whole refrigerator up, like literally. Some guy we was looking at a stove a couple months ago. This guy got to talking smack about how old he was and how strong he was. He's like, I can pick up that stove right there. And he's like, can you pick it up? And I picked up the whole stove. I just picked up the whole thing. He was like, well, I'm not going to do it now because, my back is, I'm like, man, like, boy, get out of here. Like I'm not this big for just sitting around and doing nothing. Okay, that's not what this is. That's not what this is at all. You know what I'm saying? I can still run too. Yeah. Trust and believe. I can still run. When my knees ain't hurting, I can take off. I was running track all the way up until about 4 years ago. Yeah. I was still out there getting it. But my knees, my patella tendons start aggravating me. So there went track out the window. But yeah, my heart rate is but I have a good heart rate though. I have a good heart rate. And I don't sit around and just do nothing. I don't we don't do that. Uh-uh. We don't do that at all. You know what I'm saying? I get out and do stuff. I can't sit around and just do nothing. It bothers me. I gotta get out, hustle. I be sitting up thinking about ways how to get that guap, and man, cycling hurts my knees. It hurts my knees. I like dragging and pushing the sled. I like that. Well, I just came from the hospital, so I'm sure they checked everything. I just had surgery, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Cycling hurts my knees. Getting up and down hurts them knees. Yeah, the whole military workout. Like I still got that military regiment in me to wake up early in the morning, early, 2, 3 in the morning, Sometimes I'll be jumping out of bed. I'll hear something jump out of bed. I'm still ready. Like what? Like, what's going on? But yeah, my favorite thing when I'm all powered up is on that 2 mile run. Shh, I couldn't run 2 miles right now to save my life. I can walk it though. I can get it. But yeah, Rashida, I am. And the thing about it is, when I have deliveries, it's like once every 3 days or something like that. So it's not like I'm constantly doing it. Because you got to understand, I'm classified as disabled, so I can't go out and do like a young man can. But every now and then, I could toss around some weight. My diet ain't that bad. Like I don't eat terrible. I don't stuff my face with a lot of sugars. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a terrible diet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not this super fat dude running around. I'm telling you, a lot of my weight comes from muscle weight. 60%. Yeah, but the rating in obesity is you ought to see that. Like some people you like that's obese. No. Like, right now I'm classified as obese. I need to lose what, 40 pounds? Actually, I should be 230. At 6'2", I should be like 230. I'm like, I'm never gonna see 230 again. Never. It's just not gonna happen. My body is never gonna allow me to see that. But that's why I be in that gym too, lifting with them young cats. I'm not. I don't have anything flat. My cheeks are a little bigger than what I like. But yeah, I'll punch a hole in a wall. Like I'm not. Yeah, heart disease. Yeah, that's real. We had this. This happened some years ago. There's a radio personality, female. Her husband, I think he was 47. He was walking down the street and just fell over dead. Just bam. I know another guy who died like that. He was in his. He was in his. I think he had just hit. Now he's in his 40s, high 40s. Kind of him too. So yeah, I don't sit around and do nothing. Sometimes I, get them push-ups in. I just can't do anything right now as far as exercise because of surgery. Shoot. You know what? When you take away the knees, because when I used to run, I could get down to 230. I could run that right off. When them knees went out, ah, woo, boy, it hurts to get out there and run. If I go and run 100 feet, I'm gonna feel that for a week. It like I can't even explain it. But I'm not like this super fat. Like I turn sideways. Yeah, I got a little thick, but I'm not like this super fat dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like this super obese dude running around. Cut the pork. I don't eat a lot of pork. Matter of fact, I hardly eat any pork. I can't tell you the last time I had pork. I eat a lot of turkey and chicken. I don't need a lot of red meat. I don't need a lot of refined sugars. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all that. It's not one of these. And I haven't exercised in weeks. I ain't hit the gym in weeks. Yeah, I haven't hit the gym in 2 months now. I'm thinking about a month and a half is last time I grabbed a hold of 245 and hey Rashida, I don't play. I don't play. Become that bench press, Rashida. I ain't playing with nobody. This is a dark skinned activist. Your girl, Rashida Strokes. I can't, not yet. My doctor told me point blank. I just saw him 2 days ago. You know what? I just grabbed some more bananas and pears. I'm with you on that. Because Rashida got a whole diet plan. That's what you need to do. Put a link in the description of your little diet plan so I can start getting with that. But I got a blender too. I need to get active on the blender. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't eat a lot of sugars, pork, red meats. Because that red meat, whoo, boy. I knew this girl from Pittsburgh, right? Met her on a dance floor. Big old hips. It's crazy. The people in the club who I didn't even know saw me dancing with her, and they was like, yo, son, that girl you dancing with, her butt used to be bigger than that. How do you just tell a dude? It's almost like a warning. Yeah, I don't do that. Have eaten beef since. Yeah, and Rashida's a runner too. See, I wish I could get out there and run. You do miles. See, you do what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was 210, 215. I can't do that no more. Get out there and hit that 4 mile. I miss it. I used to just zone out. But once my knees started going back, I just couldn't. Anyway, so the girl from Pittsburgh, she was like, yeah, my hips was bigger. I said, what made your butt go down? She was like, I stopped eating red meat. I was just like, sweet Christmas. I mean, that thing was huge. She was like, yeah, I cut out red meat. So red meat will blow you up like real quick. I don't know what's in it to make it do it, but I get busy with the chicken. Yeah, I get busy with the chicken. That's me. Oh, somebody else come in? So chicken, rice, pastas, turkey. I eat a lot of turkey. See, I cut out meat for a while. I did. I'm going to say this. See, that's what I eat too. I eat chicken and turkey. You know what I'm saying? Had some turkey bacon this morning. Oh, man. I got to have that chicken though. Because I like picking up heavy things every now and then. I need that energy. Like I'll move your whole kitchen. I'll move your auto, man. I like being strong. Yeah. But when I stopped eating meat, like, cause I was smashing 330 easily. Yeah. Then I cut out chicken. I ain't hit 330 cents. You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference in what you eat. You ain't get see, you running 10Ks. I ain't ran a 10K in 25 years. You ran your first 10 marathons? Did you say 10? You're 41? Stop the madness. Wow. You're 41? Stop it. Okay, Sam, you get your energy from veggies. I did, I tried. See, y'all need to help me out. Y'all need to help me out. Because when I'm for real. Yeah, Rashida, wow. Because when I need energy, I do not turn to vegetables. I do not turn to fruits. When I eat vegetables and fruits, well, especially fruits, when I'm just like I know I need to start eating fruits again. But when it comes to strength, chicken, potatoes, some of that turkey, some salmon, but especially chicken. You work at a warehouse? That's right. That's right. That's why I like lifting with younger guys. And I don't actually lift with them. I just see what they do, and I'm just like, I can lift that. And I go ahead and do it. Yes, because of the peanut butter, because of the peanuts. Yeah. Well, Sam, shoot, ain't nothing wrong working at a warehouse. I done worked at plenty of warehouses, and if I had to, I'd do it again. See, but I got a degree now, so it's a different story. Yeah, Sammy, don't curse on my channel, please. But absolutely, shoot, the warehouse job I just had a job offer. They wanted to pay me, what, 50 G's? I was like, okay, now you talking. I'll work 50 G's. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, 10K. Still. Health administration. Heck yeah, at least you got a degree. You got something. Only when the spirit of anger has entered into me to a point where I need to get a point across that some ignorant person doesn't understand in any other form of language before I have to strike. Then and only then will I let some of those terms come out my mouth when it's when it's the last resort. The next step, we're gonna go at it. Heck yeah. You work at a healthcare facility. What do you do? Or you're going to grad school? Well, what's your degree in? I'm talking to two different people. So Sam, what's your degree in spray? Oh, okay. Oh, you're in California. They're desperate for IT people. That's what's up. And another reason I am leaving this because I was in an accident. You're working in a warehouse and it's not going. Nope. Shoot, you might get some money. Workman's comp up in this money. I sued a company for workman's comp. I got hurt, then they fired me. I got them for 10 G's. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Business General Studies. Yeah. You know what? I haven't used my healthcare degree yet. I can't until the end of next year. I am currently working on my bachelor's in English and history. Yeah, what you gonna do with that though? What you plan on doing? You gonna be a teacher? What's your plan? Yeah, what's your plan? I also been running online stores. Ew, now you talking. That's just dirty talk right there. That online store, baby. That online store is that deal. Oh, look at you trying to be the proof. Okay, that's what's up. I actually was thinking about something like that recently. Yeah, that online, hey, anything where you can get your hustle on and not use a bunch of energy. See, right now, my little side business is I buy and sell appliances. That's a lot of energy when you have a delivery. However, the finances behind it compensates for it. You can you can you can deliver one refrigerator and you know get $300. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, turn this off. You can deliver one fridge and get $300. You know what I'm saying? In that 1 hour. So what you gonna do? You're like, are you in or you out? You gonna do it. You're like, wait a minute. That's half my rent in 1 hour? Yeah, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, especially at my age, you're like, I get tired of this. You know what I'm saying? Your back is hurting. My back is already hurting. You know what I'm saying? Your oven just went out last week. Now, see, if you lived in my area, hit me up with 150. I'll get you an electric oven or a gas oven and deliver it to you for an extra 20. Oh, man. Call the man. I am the appliance plug. That's what I am. And I did it, and I started doing it because people were leaving. Okay, where I live at is an apartment complex, right? So they're remodeling, right? Because they raised the rent and a bunch of people left. Well, they're like, well, we don't want the old appliances. So when I started seeing those appliances sitting in the yard waiting for the garbage, I was like, oh, but no, see, Craigslist, okay, man. I started putting them on Craigslist and OfferUp. Boy, whole different story. They can't buy what I sell. Yeah. Yeah, see, but residual income is different. You know what I'm saying? That residual income is different. And I'm with that all day. That online income, you gotta love that. Selling your book. You guys know I have music online. I don't know if you guys know that or not. On CD Baby. You just look at if you just look up Tone 202 and you look at CD Baby, I have 1, 2, 3 albums on CD Baby. Also, yeah, I'm on iTunes, Rhapsody, all that. All you got to do is look up Tone 202, and on iTunes you'll see two of my albums will show up. So, but I don't make a lot of money from those. I don't get a lot of streams, I don't get a lot of streams, but the potential's there. Every now and then I get a little $10, $20 check. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't turn down no money. I ain't turning down none of it. Yeah. See, YouTube, this one thing I love about YouTube. Now, YouTube, yeah, my battery's low. YouTube is doing a lot of different stuff. They keep changing things. But nonetheless, you know, my little bit of income from YouTube. I don't YouTube as much as I used to, but that little $100 that comes in, it takes some months now. But when it hits, I'm like, I just made that like just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I don't YouTube as much is because I'm focused on my own little business. It's just more lucrative, you know. Plus, like the day I had a delivery, sun is down. I'm chilling at the crib. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be doing anything. Somebody wanted to buy the best refrigerator I had, and they lived an hour away from here. And I was like, when I saw the email, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna. When do you need it? That's always my question. When do you need it? They was like, well, it would be nice to have tonight. I was like, dang it, because I was chilling, but I was like, you ain't got to say no more. Like, say less, bro, man. Got my stuff together, freezing cold outside, fired up the hoopty, went down the storage, grabbed the fridge, hour away. I was like, I'm on my way. They paid for the fridge and the delivery charge. I can't, hey, it's got to go down like that. See, that's the kind of work I do. You know what I'm saying? But it's not enough to sustain me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm still on, disability. Plus, I'm not going to be able to do it for too much longer. But it's an extra little something, you know what I mean? Do you still know how to mix and master music? I'm just okay at it. But yeah, you can check my stuff out at if you guys got stuff you guys want to pitch, you can leave a link. I don't really care about that. I'm not one of those guys. Yeah, you can leave your link to something you guys do. Support each other. You guys can check out my SoundCloud. Listen to a lot of my music on there. A lot of it is instrumentals, so it's not really. A lot of it's, it's not really a big deal. Some of it's singing, a little bit rap, but CD. Yeah. Trying to read something. The most expensive item I have sold so far is that a $1,900 handbag? You sold a $1,900 handbag? Whoever has something to promote, send it to my email. Okay, there it is. That's what's up. 1,900. Man, let me tell you something. For one, I can't sell nothing that expensive. If I do, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm glad, a refrigerator every now and then is cool. But after I get off restriction, shoot. Because I'll be looking at cars. I'll be wanting to flip some cars. Boy, I love the whole buy low, sell high game. I'm getting good at it. Yeah. Yeah, I love that whole game. I love the whole, especially where you get in where there's a need. See, appliances, there's a need. And the appliance world is wide open. It's wide open. Huh. Yeah. See. Okay, so let me latch on to what you're talking about, Rashida. So here's my whole modus operandi. Let me put it like this. I am on financial restriction until the end of 2020. That's because I'm in a program that takes away your student loans. So you can't make but a certain amount of money. This is why I don't really go out there and try to do all of what I know I can do, because I don't want to generate a whole bunch of income and then get booted out of the program. So I don't want to do that. Nonetheless, the way the appliance business is going, about time that 2020 comes along, I mean, if it keeps picking up the way it's picking up, I'm gonna need another van. I'm gonna need more help. I mean, it's a lot bigger than what I thought. I was just digging in the garbage and getting old refrigerator. Like I was getting ready to go to look at some refrigerator on the other side of town today, and I didn't even get out of my parking lot or the whole complex before there's a well-working refrigerator sitting right there on the curb and the stove. I went and got both of them. I'm going to sell both of those. I'm going to sell them both. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But there are so many people who are modeling. They're so, and they get rid of these refrigerators that work. And even if nobody buys them, AEP will come and take it away for $50 if it works. It's just so much. It's money making money. And these people, they'll look at your refrigerator, like you said, it's all presented. So when I present my stuff, I make sure it's clean. I put, words on there, buy now, and works well, works great, looking for a new home. And saying there's certain words that I use to get people to go, I want this refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Almost new, and all this other stuff. There's a whole science to it. And I'm realizing if I keep going at this pace, I'm gonna work my way right out of the program. And I don't want to do that. So I gotta fall back, but nonetheless, I still want to make, I still want to do what I can do, because I can see this, getting bigger and bigger. I actually had to go and get storage space. You know what I'm saying? Because I just start bumping. People just start coming at me. Yo, I need this, I need this, I need this. I'm just like, okay. So I had all this stuff. I was like, dang, I need storage space. So I got storage space now. And what I'm going to do next, so my next move, after I get off restriction, flip a couple cars, you know what I'm saying? Buy low, sell high. I'm trying to get about 10 G's. Boom, land. Now, I already know that you can do a couple things with 10 G's. For one, you can buy a parking lot for if you have somebody who sells cars. So you can like get your license and get the space and all that for somebody who wants to sell cars for 10 G's. You can do all that. You can also get a liquor license with 10 G's. I don't think I want to go that way, but you can do that. Yeah. 3 people just hit up your store. That's what I'm talking about. You're gonna have to share some of that information, bro. You're gonna have to look at my email real quick. See if somebody trying to buy it. But you gonna have to share some of that information, bro. Yeah, that online store is the truth. But yeah, so that's my plan, to get 10 G's, buy a little plot of land, and either have somebody working on it, because I'm interested in residual income. I don't really want to like be a landlord, but they acting scared. That's how they do. Man, listen, I had a lady hit me up yesterday, asked me about the most expensive item I got. And I ain't hear back from her, just asking, do I have it? I'm like, yeah, I got it. When do you need it? And I ain't heard back. People do that all the time, because they're just like, oh, do I really want to spend that much money on an item? And I'm just like, don't make my day if you do. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you get them on that delivery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Put me on. I'm older. Uh, that delivery, you get them on that delivery. That's an extra $30. So you get them on that delivery. But yeah, that's my modus operandi, to buy some land and have people working on it. Now, I used to have a landlord who uh, had cornfields, and where his house was, no one knows I'm black. Well, everybody knows I'm black. Huh. Yeah, when I wrote my book, and I wrote a fantasy book called The Sorrow King, and I had told, black authors, that I wrote it, and they told me, they said, don't put your face on it. Don't let nobody know that you're black. Yeah, 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 yeah. They was like, don't. It was like, nobody's gonna read it. Don't let them know that you're black. I was like, well, okay, but yeah. So I want to get some land, and my landlord had cornfields, and so yeah, that's a very true thing. And the cornfields belong to somebody else. The corn belongs to somebody else. The fields belong to him. And his house is like sitting right there. He's like, I own all this land all the way back to that river. He was like, but the corn isn't mine. They have to pay me. They have to, this dude is making corn money. I was just like, what? Wait a minute. Let me go hit one of these struggling farmers up. Okay. What happened? The season for apples wasn't good, and you lost about so many bushels because the land wasn't right, and you need how much money? I'll give you the money, but I want so many acres. You need a $10,000 to get you right? Fine. I want about 10 of those acres right there. What's up? You keep farming them apples, buddy. Keep bringing in them red delicious, but you got to pay me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. That's what I want. Farmers always need money. They always need money. Oh, yeah, that is residual income. Ooh, okay, you just playing dirty now. You just playing dirty. All right. Man, logo money. Man, I didn't realize how big logo money was. I really didn't until you start seeing those fights over rights like McDonald's, Starbucks, Supreme. Yo, it's a real thing. Heck yeah. So do I. Like that's Supreme money. What you doing? Supreme, Starbucks, all those, that's real money. That's real deep money. You get in on any of that. You get in on any of that money. just a small percent, just a 2% value on any of that money, bro, you feed yourself for that's it. That's it. Yeah. I'm with that all day. I'm with that. That's why I want to buy land. Somebody sitting on my land, they got to pay me. I don't want nobody to know that I own it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I'm hoping like some of my music turns up. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to it, you'll be like, I could see this in a movie. Because it's very easy listening music. And it's all copywritten. All my stuff is copywritten. Except the stuff that I just made. Yeah, I don't play that at all. Logo, huh? I had a woman ask me to design some logos for her. So I draw a little bit. Huh. Oh, wow, really? Well, you should leave a link to your store so I can at least look at it. I might buy something. That's not what it's all supposed to do. But I couldn't help myself. Body said something else. Is Rashida gone? Can't believe Rashida's 41. Oh, I do drink Canada Dry. And cranberry juice. Yeah, man. Dang, I've been on for almost 3 hours talking. Just on here talking it up. I ain't getting no clients today. But I got a free fridge. I haven't drank a carbonated beverage since 2013. I'm guilty. I love me some Canada Dry. I love Canada Dry. I like when I make money off my music. People stream it. I'll be like, oh, somebody in Japan heard of me. Oh, wow. See, you be eating all kind of right. You be on that Dr. Sebi diet. Sam on that Dr. Sebi diet. You killed him in 48 hours. What'd you do? Some NyQuil? After dark. I should have never. Yeah, that NyQuil, see? That you on that Dr. Sebi? Yeah. Body said something else. You tell I got a cold right now. Out there messing around. See, isn't the way it's supposed to be. See, isn't supposed to be alive. I did my boy Dr. Sebi wrong. I can change Joe. You know why people get fluent cold? Go ahead. Why? It has something to do with weather. It has to do with not staying hydrated during color. Huh? That's what I'm talking about, brother. Educate me. Educate me, brother. All right, man. I'm gonna have to go here. It's great talking to you guys. God bless. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah.